the men that give princess treatment, because I'm telling you now, I am not going near another man who doesn't give me princess treatment. I'm sorry, it's not happening, darling, because I want someone who literally is obsessed with me, worships the grounds I walk on, literally kisses my feet.
This girl really isn't messing around when it comes to how she wants her future man to treat her. And believe it or not, there seems to be a lot of women out there who share her thoughts. We've got a few videos to go through today. From women not understanding why guys no longer want to take care of them, and women who think that there should be social media platforms strictly for women, no guys allowed. Before we get into all that though, please hit that subscribe button and show the channel some love so I can keep bringing you content like this. And now that we've got my begging out of the way, we can get into the mess.
I posted a video about guys not knowing what they want in their 30s, and let me tell you, the comments have me like shook. The amount of men saying that they don't want to get married because they don't want to have to take care of a woman is like absolutely mind-blowing to me. Like, love is dead. It's dead. Done.
For the longest time now, men have been told over and over again about how much they're not needed and how women would actually be better off without them. And later on, I've got a video for you with a woman saying exactly that. We're living in a time in which women want to have all the blessings that come with being independent and being able to abandon their traditional roles, but men haven't been granted the same opportunity. Men are still expected to do all the things they've always done, but as time's gone on, less and less men are inspired to do so. And how can you blame them when they're constantly being told how toxic, destructive, and useless they are? I don't know why she's shocked by the fact that there's a growing number of men who don't want to take care of a woman. It's not like they're appreciated for doing so. So why should they?
I know a lot of you think I'm kidding when I say that I would rather eat glass than date a man, but let me show you the receipts as to why I feel that way. This is what I looked like the last time I dated a man long term. This is what I looked like last weekend. Like, be so for real, I'm sorry.
This is just as ridiculous as those before and after weight loss pictures. The first photo looks like it was taken when she not long got out of bed, but the second one looks like she's getting ready for a night out, and it even looks like it's been through Photoshop. I don't even see the point of the comparison, and to be honest, it doesn't tell me anything about her last relationship.
Is anybody else feeling so frustrated with the fact that they're single? Like, I understand that it's God's timing, and when I tell you I trust in that man with my whole life, I mean it. But it doesn't change the fact that I'm still frustrated about it. And that's okay, because I'm being raw with my feeling. God wants us to bring our feelings to him and be vulnerable with that. And if I'm being vulnerable, I'm so frustrated. And I know I can't be the only one. So if you're feeling the same way, let's talk about it. What are you struggling with? Because I know I can't be the only one that's feeling this way. And it's so frustrating when people tell you it'll happen when you least expect it, or are your standards too high, or like all the other things that people tell you. Because I have faith in people. I know that there's wonderful people out there. I'm not saying that the dating scene is trash or anything, because I know that there's wonderful people. I think social media has clouded a lot of things and made it more difficult for people to find authentic relationships. But I think that there's wonderful, wonderful people out there. I'm just saying that I know I can't be the only one that's feeling so frustrated in this season of my life. And I know that God will provide, but it doesn't change the fact that I'm so frustrated. So if you're feeling this, or if you resonate with this, let's all talk about it, because I don't think it's talked about enough.
All these lonely people want to invoke God like he's going to do anything. If you want to change your life, that's something you have to do on your own, rather than waiting for something to just magically happen for you. On the bright side, at least she's not out there saying all men are trash and whatnot, and recognizes the fact that there are more than enough suitable people to date. You just have to find them and be willing to welcome them into your life. When listening to this woman talk though, you can't ignore how frustrated she is. And even though she's relying on God or the universe to come through for her, I can't help but feel like she's feeling the pressure of not yet having a family, and that if she leaves it too late, it might never happen for her. We have no idea what her standards are because she never shared them with us. But it is possible that they're too high, and she's looking for the type of man who's hard to come by. I won't go too much into that though, because right now, we don't really know why she's single, or if there's anyone in her life who'd love to build a life with her. But for whatever reason, she's not giving that guy a shot.
Woman's ideal man is better than her at everything.
Yep, and that's why so many of us are still single. Because so many women have done a lot of work on themselves, and men just don't seem to catch up.
The thing is, after doing all that work on themselves, They think they deserve a man of the highest quality, and the super desirable dude that every woman's chasing probably doesn't want them, so they end up staying on the shelves until they're expired. There's nothing wrong with having standards or expectations when it comes to building a life with someone, but don't overestimate your own value in the process, because that's exactly how you'll end up bitter and on TikTok complaining about how lackluster your relationships are.
But like, what if there was a social media platform for women only? How peaceful wouldn't that environment be? Imagine if we could only filter our target audience. Imagine if our videos wouldn't be delivered to men at all. Imagine how many comments I wouldn't have to deal with. How many people I wouldn't have to block. Imagine just how much less sexism I would have to face. Oh my God. A world without men. It could at least be possible online.
What she's talking about sounds like pure fantasy to me. Just like when women were saying how they'd love to be the ones to message men first on dating apps, which gave rise to Bumble. And look how that worked out. If there were no men on a platform like TikTok or Instagram, I promise you, it wouldn't be a safe haven. It's just that the battlefield would change. Women aren't all that nice to each other, and we've all seen how nasty things can get when two women don't get along. You also have to take into account how a lot of women love the validation they get from men on these platforms. But if there were no men around, these women wouldn't be there because they wouldn't be able to get that dopamine hit that they so desperately need, even if it means they're being super sexualized by dudes they wouldn't give the time of day in real life. You know what? I'd love to see how things would turn out if there was a social media platform strictly for women. Someone, please make that happen.
Where are the men that give princess treatment? Because I'm telling you now, I am not going near another man who doesn't give me princess treatment. I'm sorry, it's not happening, darling, because I want someone who literally is obsessed with me, worships the grounds I walk on, literally kisses my feet. I literally want kisses on my toes, all right? That is exactly what I want. I don't think it's normal to be nonchalant. No, I don't want someone who's just, yeah, you're kind of pretty. No, I want you to literally, as soon as I wake up, I want you to kiss my forehead, tell me I'm the most perfect person you've ever seen on the planet Earth. And I want flowers. I want coffee every day. I want love. I want compliments. I want admiration every single day. Because what do you mean? You're my husband, babe. You are my husband. And I'm going to just settle for someone who doesn't give me that? No, sweetie. No. I would not do that. I'm so sorry. I need someone who literally is so irrevocably in love with me that they cannot imagine a day without me. They are pining for me every single day. They cannot ever take a breath without me in their life.
I can promise you now that if a guy like this walked into her life, I'm 99% sure that he'd find his ass in the friend zone. This is the kind of thing that women talk about and exclaim that they want, but the men they respond to in a favorable way are often the total opposite. She talks about how she wants to be treated like a princess and how men should be ready to serve her 24 hours a day, but at no point does she even hint at anything she'd do for him. To me, what it sounds like she's looking for is a slave, someone she can walk over and do very little for in return. For the most part, the kind of man who will bow to the demands she's making in this video is the type of guy she wouldn't look at twice. In all honesty, I can't even take this video too seriously because the more you listen to her speak, it becomes pretty obvious that she's not serious. But because there are a lot of women out there like this, you can't even be too sure that that's the case. But what do you guys think? Is she being legit, or is she just having a bit of fun? Let me know in the comments so we can chop it up.